This footage was captured on CCTV at City Hall in Deer Park, Texas. The EF3 tornado that struck the town may not have caused any fatalities, but that was only by coincidence. The funnel, over 600 meters wide, was far from bloodless, hidden in the rain from unsuspecting townspeople, approaching unseen and leaving its victims open to ambush by winds of over 140 miles per hour. Meanwhile, wind-whipped debris filled the area visible in the fog and the driving rain, leading to 3 serious injuries before the tornado was over. Given these frightening conditions and the events visible in the footage, it was miraculous that the human toll of the tornado was not higher than it was. Even for Tornado Alley, the Nashville tornado of 2020 was an unpleasant shock to the city's inhabitants, given the fact that it occurred in the middle of the night, in the middle of a large American city, and with such severity as it did. This police camera, located at the intersection of Jefferson Street and 3rd Avenue in Nashville, taped the arrival of a nocturnal tornado just after midnight on March 3rd of that year. The tornado rose to EF3 strength inside the city itself, and the events shown at this intersection took place mere minutes before the tornado reached the pinnacle of its strength, which included winds with top speeds of 165 miles per hour. Scenes like this played out in much of the city, as the darkness and structures kept the tornado from view. In such circumstances, one can't help but pity the especially precarious situation of motorists like those shown driving down the street just ahead of the whirlwind's ballistic entrance, oblivious to what is just out of their sight. However, given that the only vehicle-based deaths in this tornado occurred much further away, one can assume that the motorists in the footage survived the night. Unfortunately, 5 other people perished in the Nashville tornado. 220 others were hurt. And even then, the Nashville tornado was not the most severe of the larger outbreak in which it occurred. In one of the most chilling tornado odysseys ever recorded, storm chasers Alan Gwynn and James Anderson crossed paths with the largest tornado of all time, a twister 2.5 miles wide near Reno, Oklahoma, the site of another extremely violent tornado only 2 years earlier. The edge of the colossal tornado is visible up the road, but long before it endangers them, Gwynn and Anderson notice something even more ominous than the main vortex, and far closer to their chase vehicle. A nearly invisible sub-vortex emerges, a smaller tornado barely visible against the rain, and the more massive tornado in the background, and heading directly for their location on a roadway that is only becoming more clogged behind them.
Central Osage County until 6:45. Main road, go right.
Yeah.
Wynota, and Tuska. Take shelters in all of these areas. These are storms that are imminent and not already producing a tornado in Osage County. We'll keep you advised as we get more. Now back to Mike Morgan and News.
Come on, people, go.
This tornado
Go,
It
people.
is a violent, large tornado. It is, I think, about a mile wide right now. Multi-vortex. Let's go back to Glenn Miller. Right behind the tornado here in front of me on the 29th of June, south of El Reno.
How was that guy waiting on him?
He's just,
It was.
it's whipping. It's right here. Right here. I've got whipping bullets. He's right in front of me, Mike. Are
you sure south? Because it's headed south, isn't it?
Yeah, go south.
There's circulation of satellite right behind.
Go south, but you're going to have to book it.
No.
Stop.
Rotation area with a possible satellite on the backside. Multi-vortex with possible satellite tornadoes around it. They come looking like
See the multiple vortices?
Yes.
They get this large. Let's go to Recon. You folks seem to be below ground in Mustang, southwest Oklahoma City. We're talking southwest Oklahoma City now. I-40 area, even as far north as Bethany and War Acres. Folks, now's the time. You need to be talking to your friends next door, whoever has a storm cellar or basement. Safe room. Do not, if this thing comes in Oklahoma City, do not try to ride this out in an interior closet or bathroom. We're going to show you exactly where it goes. Let's hope it does not come in Oklahoma City, but it's starting to get into some populated areas.
Dude, I got people behind me. I cannot go any further.
Halfway between Reno and Union City.
We're doing okay, I think.
Toward Mustang and all of the southern half of Oklahoma City. There's still 4-inch diameter hail up toward El Reno and Banner. Let's go to Reed Tower here live. Reed?
You think we're okay to go that way?
I think we're good right here.
Gwynn and Anderson's quick response time and sharp observational skills, together with sheer good fortune, saved them from the smaller twister, which crossed the highway just ahead of them and then disappeared from view. These subvortices were significantly stronger than the main vortex, with some of them boasting wind speeds consistent with EF5 rated tornadoes, and were responsible for at least half of the deaths resulting from the El Reno tornado, including those of 4 other storm chasers, 3 of whom were in a car that was thrown nearly 700 yards through the air, and another who was sucked through the windows of his own truck. Despite surviving their initial brush with death, Gwynn and Anderson were not necessarily out of the woods once the smaller funnel passed. Only seconds later, straight-line winds soon followed, which threatened to overturn their vehicle and battered it with leftover debris.
Oh, shit, there comes debris.
On 29, south of El Reno, and also like east.
There comes lots of debris.
It's coming off the airport. Place into it if you can.
Dude, that's another tornado. Is that a tornado or is that?
No, that's straight line winds. That's RFD. Okay, get us out of here. Get us out of here, south.
Fortunately, the 2 chasers survived these 2 major hazards from a once-in-a-lifetime chase. In the end, 8 people perished in the El Reno tornado, and 151 were injured, 2/3 of whom had to be hospitalized. The tornado received a highly controversial rating of EF3 from the National Weather Service, but certainly had far more terrifying potential than such a rating implies. Had it crossed the roads clogged by evacuees, or entered nearby Oklahoma City on its originally anticipated path, the hypothetical damage expected was described as biblical in scope. It also became the deadliest tornado of all time for storm chasers, at least so far. These frightening scenes were captured at 2 schools that suffered severe damage when a low-end EF5 tornado ravaged the city of Joplin, Missouri in May 2011. It was the 3rd tornado to hit the city since 1971, and by far the worst of them, leaving behind what has been called some of the most extreme tornado damage ever recorded. As with most schools, East Middle School and Joplin High School were deserted by the time the tornado struck at 5:30, but the security cameras kept running, recording the dismantling of the buildings by the wind and a terrifying swarm of airborne debris penetrating deep into the halls. In the aftermath, the schools were left unrecognizable, with over half of those in Joplin destroyed. More than 1,100 people were injured, and 161 others lost their lives as the tornado laid waste to the city. More deaths would soon occur as an indirect result of the calamity. Tragically, 18 suicides related to the disaster have been recorded since the tornado occurred. After enduring such a horrific catastrophe, experiencing such a terrifying force of nature, and losing everything in the process, you can imagine why many people could not bear to live in terror of another such disaster in the future. The scariest kind of tornado is a violent tornado in the middle of the night. It's frightening enough to wonder if you're in the path of an invisible monster, but even more so to chase such a storm against such long odds. This video was recorded and live-streamed by storm chaser Nathan Moore on December 10th, 2021, as he pursued the Mayfield Kentucky tornado, which left 58 people dead between Woodland Mills and Rough River Dam State Park. A friend of his coordinates between his location and that of the tornado in increasingly dangerous circumstances as the night wears on. The full footage lasts roughly 3 hours. About 42 minutes into the chase, he spots the tornado soon after it touches down, during a series of spectacular lightning flashes. It then disappears behind a distant farmhouse for several minutes.
My Verizon's completely down. I've got no chat. There it was! I just saw it. We just got the tornado. There it was.
Yep. After you said that, your stream caught up. I seen it.
We got a tornado!
After several minutes, the previously small tornado moves back into view, now much more ominous and threatening than before.
Yeah, your stream's down, but I caught a glimpse of it, buddy.
In the 2 minutes since he last spotted it, the tornado has increased exponentially in size, evolving into a massive wedge over a mile wide, which he pursues in the dark for the next hour and a half. The darkness, terrain, and thick vegetation mask the presence of a severe tornado traveling at an average forward speed of 60 miles per hour, one of the fastest rates of travel ever recorded in a tornado.
All right, I'm going to try and circle around. Dad is coming back. It's over this hill right now, unfortunately. It's pretty much due north of me now.
Yeah, your stream's trying to come back. It's kind of pixelated.
Chad, I hope you guys got to see that. I've got great video of it. Big tornado. Holy smokes. So we're about to go north. It's over this hill right now, so we're not getting a great view. Let me see if I can go up there and take a quick peek for you guys. We saw and clipped it. Awesome. Thank God. Yeah, the storm came over and killed my dad, unfortunately.
Eventually, the widespread damage inflicted by the twister interrupts communications between Moore and his guide, leaving him almost blind in the dark with a severe, rain-wrapped tornado for increasingly long periods of time, in a storm that shows no signs of weakening. Originally intending to follow the tornado from a distance, he was now entering Mayfield, a city directly in the path of the oncoming whirlwind. At this point, losing visibility, getting stuck, lost, blown off the road, or otherwise slowed down could have deadly consequences.
That refresh your beacon, I lost it again.
What the frick was that? Oh, tornado sirens. Tornado sirens going off in Newborn. If you need it and we can't get the beacon up there, look at the clips in the Discord channel.
Well, I finally got the Google Maps to update. Having some issues with some storms here near me. Well, you're kind of running into the front edge of it, but the rotation's actually back to your southwest now. Since you've already went through Wingo. The hook is to your southwest. So when you get to Mayfield, I can get you either southeast or northeast.
So we're in the path of it now. Oh, shit. All right. I kind of wanted to trail it, but okay. All right, what was that number again I'm looking for?
Broke up, man. What was that?
What was the street number again?
Yeah, I seen you key up, but I didn't get no audio.
Forget it.
The tornado was now on the verge of entering Mayfield itself, and the fate of some motorists traveling in the opposite direction cannot be confirmed. One user cross-referenced the time that the power went out with the security camera footage released by a Mayfield bank, and discovered that based on the route he took, Moore missed the front edge of the tornado by less than 1 minute. The camera can only record what is directly in front of the car, but lurking in the darkness, just out of the frame, is a wedge tornado, now with winds of 190 miles per hour.
I don't know if you're going to be able to get out of the way of this thing in time to take 121. I didn't know you ended up on the north side of town.
I'm on 121. And I ain't waiting for this red light. Screw it. Alright, Barry, I'm at 58 east. It's going due east.
Take it. Get on 58 east. Get out of there. You can't wrap all the way around to the other road.
Junction 131, keep going east.
Yeah, keep going east. Get out of there. This thing's almost right on top of you.
There's a police officer right behind me. Real and I'm going 100 miles an hour and a cop passes me.
The video reaches its peak intensity about 2 hours and 14 minutes into the footage. The roar of the wind is now louder than ever, and Moore starts passing through scattered aerial debris and almost loses control of his car as he crosses a small bridge. Eventually, a series of loud cracks can be heard against the side of his car, causing him to turn around for his own safety. As he does so, he finds out just how close the tornado has been over the previous 15 minutes, and the answer is not comforting.
Freaking car tell me what direction you're going, it would be freaking nice. Screw this. I'm done. I'm done.
As he turns around, the dashcam captures power flashes from downed electrical lines just across the field from his location, indicating just how dangerously close the tornado was at that point. In fact, just 1,000 feet up the road from where he turned around, the tornado was damaging trees and outbuildings. After finishing his pursuit of the tornado, he then drives off to shuttle stranded victims back to safety.